Hello. Everyone alright? The majestic turkey's on my fucking roof again. Like right a second. I went upstairs a second ago. Opened the window. I look. It looks at me. I'm like, fuck off. It did not. Goddamn majestic turkey. Everyone doing alright? A super soaker. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. What if my parents have my old super soaker? I had like the ass blaster like 69,000 or whatever. It was a fucking burly super soaker.
Lewd.
Good evening, Nate. I'm currently playing, painting using the pinkest pink and colour shifting blue purple. That sounds alright. I could probably see at least one of those colours. Definitely. Thank you very much, Morgan, for the 31. As always, you are lovely. Thank you. Who we got here? Hello, Fairwolf. Hello, Verret. Hello, Dukes. Hello, Froggy. Hello, Jeremurf. Hello, Anti-Brown. Hello, Arth. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Morgan. Oh yeah, Pigmo Isle. Right. And we got ourselves an albino tinkerer. Where are we on Pigmo? Here. Oh yeah, we're making our way back to London. Was it we're making our way back to London? Because we did the... Did we do Mutton Island on the way? I think we did. So we did Mutton Island, Canal... Actually, why am I guessing? I can find out. What have I got on me? What port reports have I got? Iron Republic, Grand Geode, Carnelian, Pink Moat, Canal. I didn't. Okay, I didn't. I got 9 supplies. Okay, so I guess we'll just go northish. Hey Noble, hey Lenny, Landon, Fallen Landon. Yeah, we're gonna do some more Sphinx Stone, aren't we? Yeah. We'll chug our way over this way. I realised yesterday when I stopped, by the way, I possibly shouldn't have done my engines yet. It's not actually super great for fuel efficiency, at least early on. Oh good. Stuck between a mega crab and a fucking whirlwind. Okay, I guess we'll just charge through and hope for the best. I hope it doesn't see us. The Dubois Maelstrom. It shouldn't do any damage to it if I stay on the outside. There we go. We're coming up to Demoe Island, aren't we? There are no islands en route. Restless nights. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch of the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. Ignore them, or a tough challenge from... A captain can't be seen to take these things seriously. The crew is subdued as they take their meals, but all is quiet in the next watch. I lost one terror. Oh good, there's another fucking bondage shark over there. Absolutely not. A soft wind from the east, the impossible scent of pine. Interesting. My terror gain is not awful, but it's big enough. I need to be a little bit careful. As long as we get back to London before we get to like 75, I should be alright. Chugga 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 chugga. Well, like a surprise today. What kind of surprise, Rogue? Whee! Okay, we actually got no terror here. It's nice and bright. Truth in dreams? The Neath, the cavern that holds the Untersee, is prowled by dreams. There's a story that was once the skull of a dead god. Perhaps that would explain it. Sleep deeply or listen to my dreams. I guess let's listen to my dreams. Flight. 5 Zayla's dice for the corpse of a Zebat. It is ill luck for Zayla to kill a Zebat. One wins it, but in his hand it becomes a freshly cut surface flower. His fellows cry out in envy and greed. They fall on him. And there comes a great rending of white petals. More petals fall, obscuring the masts, the ships, the neath, the false stars in the roof. It's very cold. You will have to set a fire. So we gained some terror, but we got a Z story for our trouble. And we're at Demo Island here, aren't we? Which is nice. Hello, Pumpkin. How are you doing? You're right there, Noble. Right. Right, we have docked. As always, I think we shall have tea with the Factor. Does anything different? No. So we lost some terror, gained some fragments, and some supplies, which is lovely. And we compile a port report, where there's not an awful lot of interesting things. We could buy some fuel, but I don't think we need to at the moment, which is lovely. So moving on. So we want to go straight to the Salt Lions. We could go to Vendor Blight on the way, or I actually might skip Vendor Blight. Oh, I don't know, it's not that far out. I guess we don't have to skip Vendor Blight now I think about it. No, Pumpkin. Well, hopefully our deep sea terror nightmare stream might cheer you up a little bit. Hello, Gum. So back to red. We're not using a huge amount of fuel, but we're using enough of it. Oh, Leogon, dude, I'm so sorry. Uh-oh, crap. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope that they can, you know, treat it as effectively as possible. Alright, just keep heading off. You're choosing Elden Ring? I haven't played Elden Ring since, like, we stopped streaming it last year. I really want to do another playthrough of it. Oh, good, another crab. A false star flares in the cavern roof directly above you. Flares and fades. We sneaky beaky.
Lewd.
And here we arrive. The sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. We actually haven't seen the Dawn Machine yet, funny enough. We have yet to make our way down there. Thank you, Demeron. Appreciate it, dude. We can visit the Unmakers. We lost 5 terror, which is really nice. And we can also get a port report, like we've done previously. And we'll get some Sphinx Stone. There we go. So, we got 5 fuel. I could easily get to Vendor Blight. And then Hunter's Keep. I think we should. There's no reason not to, I feel. There's no reason not to. Send the Z-Bat out. I don't think there's anything new to see here, though. But we should get another bit of chunk of change, which is kind of nice. You had to call it the Ghostbusters. Did the ghost end up possessing you, or did you fuck him up with the Ghostbusters? Once more into the Z. Yeah, we've actually stayed relatively safe so far, although we have done quite a big loop this time. We've done Port Carnelian, the Grand Geode, the Iron Republic, Pigmote, which was fun. The canal up to the surface. We didn't go there, of course. We didn't do Martin Island, only. I should have probably swung by there, but never mind. So we're going to go quickly see Vendor Blight. We fed the crew. Didn't have to eat the crew, so all is well. 61 terror, it's fine. We're approaching Vendor Blight again. How goes the boating, avoiding gribblers? So far on this run we haven't... We almost got slapped by a shark early on. But we managed to avoid that. You woke up. I hope we fucked it up. I believe you did. I believe in you, Pumpkin. I have the big faith that you fucked him up.
Lewd.
Oh, Jessica, that was lovely of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ah, Z-Bat swarm over there. Okay, fine.
Lewd.
Little shits. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Blammo. Into the pot. We gain 1 supplies and 1 terror. Nice. Probably worth it. A scissor man on our boat. Well, luckily we haven't... Or scissor woman in that case. Luckily we haven't, actually. We get a dusty glass of wine, but I don't think that's a really good idea. I think we'll get our port report for vendor blight. There's not much here to say, but... There's no new quests here in vendor blight. We can explore and see if there's anything here. So, but I want to use my something awaits you in port on London, probably. For fuel, we can make it back to London with that, no problem. Alright. In fact, I'll probably keep the light. Actually, I don't need to keep the lights on because we'll get our terror reduced as soon as we get back to London. Delicious loot spam. Does terror do anything? It does. The more terror you have, the more like freaky dreams and shit you start getting. Is that a gribbler? I think it might be. Yeah, it is. Gone into our bag. Yeah, you done fucked that up, didn't you? You done fucked that up, mate. Loot and scuttler, and we shall get for our trouble 2 supplies. Nice. Well worth. Down we go. We'll head for Hunter's Keep, which is on the way. Yeah, the higher our terror gets, the more the terror events occur. And they can kind of spiral out of control if we're not careful. A lot of things in this game can kind of spiral out of control. So you have to be a little bit sneaky about it. The Z-Bats cry out, but they are nothing like birds. Oh, is that a friend? Yeah, a friend. I'm not sure what it is, but... Oh, you got the bladed armor. Nice, nice. Do you also look babylicious now? Hunter's Keep. Alright, we can have luncheon with the sisters again if we want to. Let's have luncheon with Phoebe. Phoebe has a story to tell of 2 lovers parted by water, of a raven carrying messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The Untersea shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast spined things pulse in the depths. There's a scent in the scent before a storm. The storm came, Phoebe said quietly, and everything changed. Somewhere in there, you finish the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits again. So we lost 5 terror, actually. We lost some hunger, we gained some supplies. You're acquainted with the sisters, but something has changed. Upsetting. Let's leave the sisters and go back to London. Hey, Mogs. That's a friendly trade ship. We'll go to a port then despawn because they never added a stop at port animation. It's kind of funny. They think they would ever go back and like muck with us again, but maybe it's just not worth it. Do you want the attention of a god? Ah, it'd be fine. Alright, I'm back to London. A reasonably nice trip. Yeah, they seem to be really focused on their dating sim at the moment, I think. That seems to be their focus one. There we are. You're right, Spook. Alright, we're back home. London. So we'll go to our lodgings first of all. Oh no, first of all we should go to London and give it the Sigstone. Oh, this is different. A smiling woman in an elegant jonquil gown places a gloved hand on your arm. Are you waiting for the ministry men? They won't be coming, but I have a proposition for you. Well, sure. Her skin glows with health. Her smile is wise and merciless. The stone's full of old memories. The bazaar has been drinking them. She nods at the spires that loom over London. The dark limbs that sprawl through the street. I have a better destination. Help us bring light here below. We'll reward you. We'll reward you richly. So we can accept that. Rich reward, light. These are happy words. I'm not sure light is a happy word down in London. Refuse. Those bright eyes, the unmistakable mark of the Dawn Machine. None understand the Dawn Machine, but all fear it. Who knows what its motives are, or hers? We should refuse. I don't like the sound of this Dawn Machine. Not an admirer of progress, I see. Well then, keep your stone. Keep your memories. None so blind as those who will not rise. You've refused to deliver Sphinx Stone to the Grand Geode. Yeah, too fucking right. We got multiple people trying to get attention, it seems. We got Dusty Gentleman. Captain, wait! She gave you an errand, didn't she? She serves a certain power, a bright one, but not a friendly one. I have a counter-proposal. Will you listen? Or a separate one. Captain, a moment. You turned her down, didn't you? That was wise. The power she serves is no friend to London or to the bazaar. I have a proposal of my own. Will you listen? I mean, I'm just here to deliver the fucking stone, man. Alright, let's listen. He stoops like a clerk and coughs like a miner, but the frock coat is of the finest fabric and the newest cut. My name is Penstock, he says. The bazaar has been feasting on old memories from the salt lions. It only makes her more melancholy, and what's worse for all of us, but especially for those who love her. We found another use of the Sphinx Stone. We can set something right. Take it far away. We'll tell you where. You'll be played. So we can go take the Sphinx Stone somewhere else, or we can reject his plea. He smells of ammonia and sadness. You should go somewhere that does not smell of those things. Now, do we essentially sort of what's the right word? Turn back on our deal and try and give it somewhere else? Ammonia is a pretty icky smell. What do you reckon? We don't trust the Dawn Machine lady, but do we trust Penstock? That's the question. Of course, we'll still be down 200 echoes until we sort this. And more importantly, all that space. Trust nobody. Everybody is sus. I think we reject his plea. Trust him, the man has a plea. What about the other one? Please, if you change your mind, I'll still be here. Please, the bazaar. She's been so sick with stories. Help me. Help her. Oh, there's another one. Another about his Penstock. Oh, it's literally the same thing. Weird. I actually don't have an option to, deliver it the old-fashioned way, it seems, anymore. So, we've got to basically agree to his deal to get what we want. Which is interesting. Let's go to our lodgings first, then, and, oh, I can't get the newspaper. Upsetting. I'll rest tonight. The light, it's pretty. That worries me a smidge. There was one more. There's the Admiralty, which is a bit different. The Rose Market. The Wolfstack Docks, get more crew. No, those are the only two we can get for Sphinx Stone. I guess we'll have to agree to it, because we haven't got much of a choice, really. We're kind of down money. What we can... problem is I can't hand in all my port reports either, which is frustrating. We've got the Skintilac, and we've got the Bale. I think we should probably sell our Skintilac and Bale if we can. That's actually quite valuable. Nice. There we go, we'll sell our Skintilac. Let's see. We can sell our Bale as well, which is useful. And we've got some more room then. My dream of the sun. I'm not dreaming of the sun, but we did go to the Geode, and we had a really rare event happen, I think, where the Geode kind of mind-jacked me. Which is a smidge unfortunate. Okay. I mean, we haven't really got an awful lot of stuff we can do here, I don't think, at the moment. Not without our money. Which is a tad unfortunate. I got 6 bits of room, so I guess we'll see what he's got to say. Right, let's agree, because we haven't got much choice. I'm grateful. It's a Chelinate. Oof, okay. Here, he presses a crumpled note into your hand. This is where you should take it. You'll learn something, I think. I had to seek the Master's help for this. We'll all be enmeshed in their plans, but it's worth it. I swear it's worth it. He grips your arm and is gone. You unfold the note. Deliver the Sphinx Stone to the Shellinate, to the east, where pain is remembered. Yeah, that's quite a long way. Did you hear a peacock? Yeah, you probably did, actually. Can you hear him in the background go, meow? This is, we don't have a huge amount of supplies here. How much have I got in my hold? I can get 6 fuel here,
Lewd.
which is not great. Prediction, it's not going to be worth it. I think you might be right, but we'll see. We'll see. He's literally sat on the roof right now. Like I said, I took another video of him a second ago. I opened the window and looked, and I was like, what? I can upload it if you want to see. Hold on. Hold on a sec. You go, meh, meh, meh. There we go. I'll tweet it so you can see how, You heard it just now? Can you hear him in the background? You noisy fucker. Honestly. Right. I've got 6 slots, didn't I? So, yeah. So I can fill that full of fuel, probably, for now. Let's see. Shoppies. Actually, I could actually sell some supplies if I wanted to. Not ideal, but I could do. Right. Let's go to London. Go to the Admiralty, which is here. Right. We want to do... let's see. The Grand Geode. The Grand, yes. Yes, of course. We're generally quite well informed on that topic. But since you're here, perhaps you may as well let us what your own impressions were. The Admiralty official takes notes scrupulously, but with an expression of mild terror, like a novice vivisector wincing with a scalpel. The rest of the office studiously busy themselves with the task. So we gained some favours. The canal? Well, if you've been there, I suppose you might as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, of course. Pigmote Isle. Are you quite certain this is the report you wish to make? So be it. More fuel. You've seen firsthand the rodent war. Yeah, we did. It was terrible. The Iron Republic. Excuse me, I need to unlock this. And this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report inside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it, eventually. There's always someone. Boof. No, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Some reports should not be reported. No, don't concern yourself. That was my 3rd best suit, and the Admiralty offers a modest allowance for document-related damage. Perhaps it's best if you leave now, though. Good day. So, our report from the Iron Republic, one of Hell's outposts, exploded. Which is a bit awkward, isn't it? Can I not go back and see the Admiralty? There we go. We got any more we want to do? Port Carnelian. You know, I sometimes wonder whether that place was a good idea. I didn't say that. How much more have we got? 2 more. Okay. It's gonna be a bit close, I think. I can do Venderblight. And I can do the salt lines. I could sell 1 fuel if I wanted to. Or sell 1 supply. I need more fuel than I do supplies, realistically. We got the kind of the wrong way around for this. I'll do that, and then... That was the peacock, right? Is everyone hearing my fucking peacock? It might as well be my peacock at this point. Did I upload to Twitter already? Yeah, there we go. If you want to see it, it's on my yeah, I'll copy it. There you go. Dickhead. He's right outside the window. That was me sticking my head out the window. Right, give me another port report to Demir Island. There we go. Right. Not much else we can do here at the moment, I don't think. Annoyingly, I couldn't get a newspaper. I could spend a bit of money to reduce some more terror. I don't think I need to right now. Alright, we got 510, and I need to deliver this. So we're going to buy 1 more fuel. There we go. So we've got 11 fuel. We need to go to the Sheleno in the east. Fucking knows what that is. We're going to have to go this way and try and work out where it is, I think. This might be tricky. I swear it's supposed to reduce my terror to 50 when I dock. Does it not do that anymore? Yeah, he's just squatting on my roof, I know him. I am being harassed by the chicken again. He's being a dickhead. Discovered Badstaver's Abyss. Alright. Hey, J-Star. This is going to be tricky, because we need to actually go in a weird way to find this. And this could end in tears. This could end in tears. Might have something awaits you, probably. The channel's to the east, is all it says, so it's going to be here somewhere, probably. I'm assuming the east of London. Yeah, the map always changes, which is kind of quite fitting. There we go, saying now awaits us in port. Luminescent beasts like eyeless dolphins play in your wake. Oh, that's not alright. I could get a port report from Demure since we're here, actually. And we could lose some terror. Because we may as well, since we're right here. You hearing it? Yeah, would you mind, Demeron? I'm kind of curious roughly where I'm looking. We'll have tea with the factory. We lost 2 terror and gained some fragments and some more supplies, which is kind of handy actually. We could buy some more fuel. It's quite expensive. I don't think we need to right a second though. We'll get our port report and we can GTFO. It'll be at the far right at the end. Well, like over here. Yeah. This is dangerous territory then. It can be risky. I don't know if I actually got enough supplies to make it there, but we shall see. We shall see. We might run into the horrible spider ships. The giant icebergs. Actually, that should be further north, probably. Am I going to risk my terror? Am I going to run with the lights on? Oof. Terror's getting reasonably spicy, I might have to. No landlubber will notice the change, but you feel the air prickling your skin. Somewhere new. Yeah, we're going to, a distant bell. There's a light ship over here. The sun, the sun, the sun. Lucky we're staying away from the dawn machine for now. Cool. I can buy fuel here if I need to, but we don't. We'll dock though briefly. The light ship. Speak to the crew. They long for news of home. Lost 5 terror. That's actually really worth it. In the blaring glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. Disease terror recedes. Of course we could buy things if we want to, but we don't. We're just going to leave. So we're in F3 at the moment, right? They said to the east, which should give us a rough idea where we're going. Actually, no, where are we exactly? This is A, B, C, D, E, F. Like down here. Oh, F, so I'll also go A, B, C, D, E, F, and then, like, yeah, okay. Man, we're not finding any islands on this route, which is a bit of a nuisance. Chuck, 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 chuck. There's something up ahead, there's some lights at the very least.
Lewd.
Hey Toffee, how you doing? There's something to some distance underwater to the southeast, well that's not really, yeah. Scuttering and chittering in the corners of the hold, humped shapes on the deck rail. Ratsy air emboldens the vermin. Thank you very much, Toffee. Appreciate that. The ever-changing map is, yeah, it's going to be a bit rough, but... Oh, there's something over here. A lighthouse. Nuniko! Nuniko's handy. Nuniko's where the post rats are. How's the game? Very good so far. We've got a bit of a difficult challenge with us. We've got to go quite a long way. Ironically, if I decided to work for the Dawn Machine, I would have had an easier time, which is not usually the case, but... The Ficknossel Vortex. We're at 7 fuel. I'm definitely not going to be able to make it home. Nuniko. Taciturn functionaries walk the docks in the uniforms of postmen. An enormous crowned statue casts a chilling shadow. The shadows gleam with rats' eyes. Their ceaseless chittering rolls like a tide. London, the postal secret's no more than 7. You may not be very familiar with the locals. You can provide a preliminary overview. There's a statue in the middle of the island. That's kind of hard to miss. There's the way everyone wears a uniform, and the way they call each other by their ranks of the postal service. There's the way the port authorities refer to regulations. There's the jargon, the curious habit of referring to any used-up thing as cancelled, as though the whole world were made of stamps. You write about your vestigial bureaucracy, and about trappings of the order retained far from home. We go to the Postman's Tavern. The Inky Blotter, it's called. The sign doesn't look like much. It's warmer inside than it looks. Faces turn in your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. Lit by 2 roaring fires, one at the either end of the room, the bartender is in a postman's uniform, like almost all the patrons. A noseless post inspector called Blunt Thomas delivers the drinks, clears tables and stacks the firewood. Allow the clandery heir to offer her services. She could remove the call from a postal worker. It wouldn't be a worker anymore, though. Do we want to do that? Listen to all the postal tall tales. Ask why the local currency consists of rats. 2 strings of rats for a pint of ale. 3 strings for a wine. 5 for a tolerable brandy under the bar. Ask about the big island. And ask them how they occupy themselves. Let's ask about the big statue. Oh, that! It's all of us, isn't it? Sort of the spirit of the island. Most of them don't seem troubled for more than an explanation than that. Though the hairless postwoman tells you it didn't always look like a fallen London postman at all. He used to have a different face and a more old-fashioned outfit. Ah, interesting. I think the Dawn Machine was one of the things that unsettled me the most when I played Sunless Sea. Granted, it didn't do too much, but imagining its scale and how ominous it was. It does more the more things you frig with. If I remember from my previous playthroughs, you can either try and stop the Dawn Machine, or you can help it win. Whatever winning is to the Dawn Machine. That's why the local currency consists of rats. The hairless postwoman at the end of the bar smirks mirthlessly. Maybe it's just the lack of eyebrows that does it. Long enough carrying the thing around, you get into the habit, she says. Then she tells you if you stay out late enough, you'll see some of the postmen making a procession around the centre of the island, stringing up rats around the statue like Yuletide decorations, in prayer to the ancient deity of this place. From the coughing and choking elsewhere in the pub, you guess it's a story they often tell to the newcomers. And let's ask you about the tall tale, shall we? Delicate bottles lowered down chimneys on a rope. Do not fold under any circumstance. Letters curled through a narrow slot. Rattling, groaning crates brought back to the same address every day for 22 days running. The windows they pried open. The servants they bribed. The delivery surcharges they paid out of their own salaries just to get rid of one more packet. It's hard to tell what they hate more, the senders of mail or the recipients. Stands to reason, if the message was a welcome one, they'd tell the other fellow in person, reflects the hairless postwoman. And lastly, what else? Oh, we've got a few more, actually. We've already done these. No more than 3. Ah, actually, we've done that for now. How they occupy themselves. Big building, centre of town. Hard to miss. You can work there too, if you want. It's not clear whether it's a generous offer or a threat. So we can actually work. We can actually work here if we want to. But we'll leave for now. I don't think we want to be a post person yet. If we explore along the beach, we can have a look. There's a long stretch of shale dotted with washed up kegs and barrels of smaller flotsam. The rocks slip and slither underfoot, and you keep your balance. So we can actually get material for the office, so we can actually continue working. We can argue with the man with the broom. Every lap of the waves drags up new letter or parcel. The face of the water is clotted with them, as far as you can see in this blackness carried by a powerful current. So we can rescue a dripping parcel. Oh good, we gained some terror, just what I wanted. Drowning pearls, dozens of them. And an explanation of how they were harvested that turns to the hair. The divers lost them on the deep coral, the beast that had to be fought off during the harvesting, the growing terror aboard ship. All that's been done was done according to your lordship's will, concludes the letter writer. In anger, in pride, in unquestionable submission. Impossible to say. Let's just leave before I get more terror. We can buy some fuel if we want. It's not great. I might buy one extra if I absolutely have to, just to be sure. So let's continue our trip. Let's continue our trip to the east. And hopefully... Oh, are we by the Carnet? Something there. Can't Heart. I forget, are we even allowed in here? The Salt Steps. This is the domain of the new Carnet, whose ancestors came here long before London fell. This is handy. It's good to know where this is, actually. It's quite a long way from London, but... We discovered Can't Heart. I'm not sure how much we can do here without a license or not. We'll see. Can't Heart, London's rival. Can't Heart, London's rival. An oasis of light in the salt black wastes. Canals thread the painted city. Street lamps glow when water taxis putter. So what we need is a commercial license. The Carnets dislike merchants and they dislike foreigners. Foreign merchants induce paroxysms of antipathy. Perhaps sufficient bribes will buy your way into the Nephrite Quarter. We can hire crew. We can wander Can't Heart if we want to. Foreigners are restricted to the Copper Quarter, but as long as you don't try to cross the bridges, you can explore reasonable safety. Suspicion with no more than 19. You can purchase fuel at outrageous prices. We can purchase supplies at ludicrous prices. We can pay a storyteller. Gather a port report. Difficult here, though. The Carnet generally assumes that all foreigners are spies or worse. It would be a shame to disappoint them, but it might be dangerous to prove them right. As Carnet's suspicion increases, this action becomes more difficult. If you have an intelligence network here, it's easier. Seek intelligence. Establish a spy. We can try getting a port report. Your listeners meet the questions with cautious, frightened silences. The back of your neck prickles. Don't turn around. We failed the challenge. We've got 2 suspicion. So gotta be careful we don't get that too high. Let's have a look. What do we need to seek a commercial license? Surfacer. Not here, Surfacer. Surfacer, but the Carnigans have been generations underground, and to them, all Londoners are surfacers. It seems you'll need to go to Khan's Glory. The nearby palace has the ability to seek a license. Well, at least we know where we need to go. Alright. So here we got Khan's Glory above us and Khan's Heart. So we can go to Khan's Glory if we want to. We can just go to the north and have a look. London Underground, all I want is a fucking sea. London Underground. Well, it's kind of handy to be able to find the Carnet here. Interestingly, we obviously found the Carnet in Sunless Skies as well. They were in Eleuthia, I believe. I think the House of Rod and Chains was there as well. I think. Where the fuck's my fucking train? Here's Khan's Glory. Let's park. Here are the palaces of the Khan and his court, each a fortress to itself. Sleek lords and ladies in belted robes, breakfast on balconies. An unlikely antelope peeks at you from the park. Guns rotate easily on motorized gimbals. Offer a gift to the Timon. The clan is named for the sizable and ferocious fish at the surface. They have a fondness for drowning pearls. Oh, we could always give them those if we wanted to. Take a meeting concerning a matter of no importance. Interesting. Let's see. I guess we can offer a gift. And see what we can do. An offered accept. In the yellow chamber by the palace entrance, a masked functionary scrutinizes the pearls. Yes, she says. Even though through the mask she does not meet your eyes. She rises, turns, and leaves. So we gained some favour there doing that. I guess we need enough favour. I don't know what else we can do here at the moment. I don't know how we get our license from here. If at all possible. Alright, so I guess we want to continue onwards. I'm a little bit concerned about my fuel situation, but again, we'll see. The car is nice, in a sort of spooky, horrible kind of way. My terror is getting a bit spicy. We gained a secret. Khan's Shadow? Southeast will be Shadow. Oh! They shouldn't really get into ag with us, but... Here's Khan's Shadow, nice. And then I suppose we want to look up and down here to see if we can find what we're looking for. Here we are. Khan's Shadow. Long ago, the Khanate turned its back on its warrior tradition. It has no place for pirates and would-be nomads, so here in the shadow the exiles make their homes, amid 100 wrecked, grounded, decommissioned ships. Compile a port report. Conniving, debauching, speechifying, drinking, singing, speeching, poeting. Now more than a drunken duel, very occasionally a savage ritual murder. We can buy a crate of human souls, if we want to. The figurehead of the Eater of Names, that sounds alright. Traveller's Friend. It's quite expensive fuel, but not as expensive as it could be. Gives us 9 fuel, that's probably good for now. The Mile Breaker. This frankly sinister device reduces the amount of fuel that an engine uses. It also really frightens the crew. Apparently that's necessary. Alright. We got some more fuel. So, I guess we're going to continue going to the east. Man, being told to go all the way over here is fucking brutal. But there's nothing else I can really do. I mean, I could toss it overboard and just ate the cost, I suppose, but... Something rather large down there. Nice pair of ribs. We approach the Shellonate. Another ZB's corpse, so much carrion. So it should be down here somewhere, I guess. Can we go underneath this? Yeah. The Gant pole is some distance to your southeast. I think I'm going to have my lights on for a bit. It's looking a little bit dodgy. Upsetting amount of whispery noises. The Shellonate is some distance to the southeast. Fantastic. We found it. Sharbleport. I hope we get paid well for this, because this is going to be brutal. What's the whispering? What whispering noises? It all sounds fine. Here we are. We've brought the horrible weeping stones with us. The Shellonate. A shell as big as a wild dream. Waves lap the slabby sides of the vast turtle shell, bigger than any cathedral. Shell lays low from wooden docks around the shell side, staring sullenly. Lamps hang like decorations in the festive butcher's window. All around you, the sea is rank with scraps of ancient flesh. Deliver Sphinx Stone for Penstock. The Bone Man awaits you. His face and chest are streaked with white clay. His forehead bears a glyph. In the deep code of the void, long ago, his mother ritually severed his little finger. Stones here, he rumbles. The Bone Man carries a maul. No, he bears a maul. Watch, he growls. He brings the head of the maul down on the largest stone. It puffs into dust, instantly pulverized. You must strike them only in the correct place. Another dissolves with a sound like a sigh. Thus. Perhaps it's just you inhaled too much dust, but as you watch the Bone Man, the scene becomes distant. You're watching it from a great height. The roof? The maul swings, the stones shatter. This is the nature of strength. This is good. This is the work of Storm, intones the Bone Man. You blink. Freedom is his gift to the bazaar, and this is my gift to you. He hands you a bag of coins, white with dust. You too are white all over. White as bone. We gained a secret. We gained 1,000 echoes. Damn, that was nice. We delivered the last load of Sphinx Stone. You gained 1 iron, and we now have the Gods of the Sea. Storm's attention. That was a lot of echoes. So we can do a port report. Let's see. We can. No matter what details you try to record, the stench creeps in around the edges of the sentences. The Chelonites watchful, despite the reek. Movement among the miasmic scraps of long-abandoned monster carcass. Frequent duels where the stink is thickest. So we have, interesting. Unlock with Under the Untersea. I guess I'll come back to that because I can't do that right now. Don't want it clogging up my journal. Tales for the Bone. Someone is crying unusual words. Follow the sound. A scrawny man squats beneath the awning of a gant-coloured whaleskin. Bring me your tales, he cries. Tales for the Bone. I don't have any tales to give him, I guess. Opportunity with the... Oh, that's the undersea one. I don't think there's much else to do here for now, then. We can have shore leave. It seems a bit risky. Mount Nomad's Heart. A cask of sapphires. We can sell things here, but not buy things. Buy Stygian Ivory for a decent price. Well, we got what we came for, which is good. But it's quite the, it is quite the trip back. So, we probably want to go back to Khan's Shadow to get some more fuel, I guess. Actually, our fuel's not terrible. Our supplies are okay. We could just go straight across and work our way back as best we can. We should have enough fuel to make it to Pigmote, at the very least. Though Pigmote doesn't have any fuel stoppage. Alright, let's see what we can do, shall we? My big worry at the moment is the Terror. We need to sort of head straight back, I think. You win the thing! Hooray! Let's leave the giant nightmare creature that people have brought to life around there. Well, we know where all the Khan stuff is, so I think we head this way and hope we don't run into anything that mauls us. We need some decent way of bringing our terror down. Going to be tricky, I think. That geode thing giving us like 50 terror was not very helpful. The Promised Sea. All through this place, the song of the drownies lie, shivering sweet among the wind. There's some underwater to the south. It's going to be a rough ride if I don't get enough fuel. It's going to be a rough ride if I have too much terror, though. Fathom King's Hold? Oh, yay. There we go. Let's go port up here. Sneaky beaky. Oh? That seems upsetting. The Fathom King's Hold, Lorcan's Port, named for the most enterprising of drownies, phosphor cells burn green, somewhere below the king awaits. Like an iceberg, like a bizarre master scheme, like the Neath itself, most of the hold is invisible. You see only the tiny portion of sculpted coral. The rest waits below the surface. The Fathom King's bone rooms and aquaria, his pearl snares and his dining chambers. Let's compile a port report. Those granted audience return dazed, awestruck. The king is not generous, but occasionally he is fair. We can descend if we want to, but... we can permit shore leave. Again, I'm not sure that's a great idea. No shops here, though. It's the place you end up when you sink. I gained some terror. Ugh. Captain, I walked the shore at the edge of the coral caps. The drownies sported there. They called my name. They said I could join them if I partook of the feast. Their eyes were red pearls. Captain, I dare not sleep. There is such hunger on me. Alright, well, we should probably go. We could double back. We probably should double back. Get some supplies for the journey home. Unfortunate as it is. How does the game's story work? Is it randomized? No, I believe... the story is... we have a set story. For example. We have our ambition. So we got to go to the Isle of Cats. We have like a main story, and there's like different... and each island has its own story and own quests. But early game, I concentrate more on trying to make some funds and not get fucking murked, is the general gist. We've taken the DLC ambition here, which is the be immortal, because I've never done it before, because I've never seen the DLC, and I thought it'd be good fun. Our terror is climbing rapidly. We are going to have a problem at some point. I don't know if we will make it back to London, but we shall see. Yeah, the game's got the Submariner DLC. It's a shame that Sunless Sky's never got any. I wonder why, which I think is a bit of a shame. Here we go, let's stop off and get some supplies quickly. Fuel here isn't terribly expensive, but it's not terribly cheap either. The supplies are very pricey. There we go. I've got a nice amount that we can yeet our way home with, hopefully. Yeah, the boys help your terror stay down a bit, don't they? If I can make it back to London, then it should be alright.
Lewd.
Shadow Derpy and Cheshire, thank you very much to both of you. 19 months of Shadow Derpy and 17, just over the year for Cheshire. Thank you both very, very much.
Lewd.
You're both extremely kind. Your ongoing support is always very welcome. Thank you. So we've explored kind of the middle of the map. There's lots of stuff at the bottom, there's lots of stuff at the top, and of course filling in this part is going to be interesting too. There's lots of locations to find. Man, the Sunless Sea music and the Sunless Sky music is so distinctive. It's so distinctive. Very unsettling, I think is the word I'd use. Oh man, it's crazy how much extra fuel having the light on is. Hopefully that's a friend, not a foe. Well, that's a rat ship. Are they going to shoot me? They're going to attempt to, I guess. They're in the whirlpool. They might lose me if I do this. There we go, we should have lost them. Yeah, escaping the vortex can be an absolute pain. I think we might have the supplies. I don't know if we have the terror to make it. That's going to be the spicy one. Roused at midnight. As your first watch ends, shouts to the forward rouse you. The boatswain's face is grim as you emerge from the cabin. We lost one. Weighted himself with pans and gave himself to the deeps. Took cook's best kettle too. Rouse worsening, Captain. We can distribute an extra rum ration. Let's do that. We lost 5 terror. We lost 1 supplies. We lost 1 crew, which in a way is actually kind of helpful. We don't need all that crew, and it'll help our supplies a bit. I guess that's something underwater here, I guess, yeah. Losing 5 terror there is helpful. That'll help. Yes, unfortunately we got so much terror early game, but, yeah. But we also made a damn decent bit of chunk of change. We've got quite a few echoes now to play with. We haven't got that many port reports for this loop, though, so, we got a few, but not an incredible amount. Hello, what's that down there? Lighthouse. 83. Okay. I worry at my fuel efficiency, but you know, I think it's more important to have the lights on for now. Whee. Where are we? Getting there, getting there. So where are we to go next, I wonder? We need to find the Isle of Cats, and I have no idea where that is. That's our next thing that we actually need to do for our ambition. We can't do our Sphinx Stone stuff anymore, but we can do a few more loops of the area to get some more port reports for some money if we want to. What we are now? 85, okay. Here we are. We're almost back. We're almost back. I probably should go via Martin Island if I'm on this end. To get a port report for a bit of free fuel. If I can risk it. I might not be able to risk it. The Phosphine Bleaks. Alright. There we go. We're in a sort of fresh safe zone for a bit. Chuck, 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 chuck. I mean, again, not my favorite. Honk. This is a pirate ship. Truth or dreams? The Neef, the cavern that holds the undersea, is proud by dreams. Shall I listen to my dreams again? A mirror of faceted pillars rise around you like trees in a forest. More so because each glows with a shifting green light. The Z laps at the base of the pillars. A voice from above cries out in 7 languages, and you understand each one. Once this was the face of Irem, it will be taken from us. We like me keep playing Navigator. Maybe if we need to. Are you gonna come fight me? Doesn't look like it. He says, hopefully getting shot. He might back off in a sec. I'm probably just out of range. We lost another one. Yeah. Okay, we'll do more grog. There we go. So 7 crew is also fine. We want to. I think 7 is probably the perfect number, because that gives us a bit of leeway if anything happens. There's a bit of leeway in case anything happens. We made it. That was a rough trip across the entire fucking Z, basically. I mean, well worth it. We made a lot of money. We made a lot of money, but still a rough trip nonetheless. Chuck, 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 chuck. Woof! Back home. Good to be back. The lights of London welcome you home. Oh, there we go. Unlock with Terror 51. A breath of relief. As soon as the gangplank touches the quayside, the terrors of the deep Z lighten. Walk taller. Smile readily, but what dreams may cling. Terror is always reached to 50 when you return to London if it's higher. However, if your terror was high, you may suffer nightmares. Oh, I have a nightmare. Collect the messages from the Harbour Master. Let's see. Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. That's all for now. And I have another free day. Okay. Well, let's go to my lodgings and get the paper. The Khanate is threatening war. Oh yeah, that's the same as before, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. Do we need to dream? I don't think we do. Let's try. I lost... Ooh, nice. We lost a terror, but we lost our menaces, yearning, burning, which is great. We don't want those. The rats keep you awake at night with their muttering and skirmishing, but the bed is warm and the door has a lock. Nice. Purchasing an elegant townhouse we'll get for 1,000 echoes, but actually we can do something with that if we wanted to, but... Right, let's go see the Admiral, shall we? And submit our port reports that we have. Nunico! Ah yes, the place that lures away postmen. One hears no end of complaints from the postal service. Gain 30 echoes, a favour and some fuel. The Chelinet. It is still as revolting as they say. What about the smell? 50 echoes, 1 fuel, and some favours. The Fathom keeps hold. What's the old monster up to now? There we are. Got some more fuel, and some more echoes. Khan's Shadow. Oh, these are always fun. Come on, Em. Let's hear it. Other officials gather around to hear your tales of bloodshed and debauchery, and the jokes about the Khan and the Shadow produces so efficiently and entertainingly. The one about the Khan and the donkey produces a roar of patriotic laughter, and encourages the deputy recorder to unlock the departmental drinks cabinet. We lost 5 terror for that as well. Nice. Gain some fuel, some echoes. Very nice. Demure Island. Gain some more fuel. Lovely. And do we have any favours? Let's have a look. What do we want? Let's see. Speak of moves of the great game. We do have one if we wanted to. I don't know if we want to. I don't know if we want to do that. I wonder what we can get for moves of the great game. That could be interesting. Let's see what that gets us. You speak in whispers. He has you repeat it all twice. He doesn't take notes. It's a little beyond me, he tells you. But I have a friend in the pallet to be interested. Very interested. Thank you. Your fee. 30 echoes and a favour. Good. The favours are nice. Don't need to repair at the moment. We only took 1 hit. We got a port report. Alright. Lovely. So what's in London? We haven't visited the university yet. We can if we want to. Find secrets by locating locations of interest in foreign ports. This will reduce your terror. Yeah, why not? We went on the town. A marvellous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire. And something more. We got recent news. Lost 5 terror. You were fortunate. Oh, romance. That night in the Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing the table with a likely lass or a dapper chap. So we can actually, we can have a date if we want to. So what do you reckon? Who are we? Josephine, aren't we? Is Josephine going to be dining with a likely lass or a dapper chap? Can romance bloom at the pub? I certainly hope so. Oh, excuse me. How's it going so far? It's not going too badly, thank you. We managed to get rid of all the Sphinx Stone stuff done. We got a really terrible location to dump that, but hey, we made it work. We made it back in one piece. Our terror's actually looking pretty reasonable now as well. A likely lass? A lass? Alright, a likely lass. She tipsily claims to be a spy. Whatever she is, she's easy to like. And when the evening ends up, you're still together. The next morning, she gives you a pewter locket. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fist. Don't you dare forget me, she says. You have a locket with a likely lass's portrait. That's kind of nice. So every time we're back, we can say hello, can't we? Who's the new recruit? A gunnery officer, maybe his daughter. The adventurous. What officers do I have? We have a gunnery officer already. We got everything already at this point. We probably want to get all the officers at some point, I'd imagine, to do their quests and stuff. Right, shopwise. Let's have a look then. Shipyard-wise, I imagine we still can't get anything, can we? No, we need... for the faster ship, I guess, we need 2,000 echoes. Depends what we want to do. A merchant cruiser is quite handy because it allows us to actually move a lot of stock in and around, but it's expensive. We probably don't want to be doing too much of that until we can, you know. Sounds like this isn't your first time with the franchise. Got any idea on intended completion? I'm doing the one I've never done because I never had the DLC before, you see. So I've done stuff... I've played Sunless, admittedly, the last I checked, the last time I played it was 2017, by the way. But I've done a lot of stuff before where I was doing King Eater's Castle and a few things like that. I've only just bought the Submariner DLC, so I'm looking forward to mucking around with that. So we're doing the Immortality. In the Sunless Sea, the only light you can find is the glowing fashion style of Balenciaga. Excellent. Fucking Balenciaga. So we can buy some supplies. We need some supplies. 8. We got 7 fuels. We're going to need 10, 12. I'll say 14 fuel and... how many supplies? That'll be fine, because I can go visit thingy. What do we have here? Nothing at the moment. What do we have on the hold? What? There is a bridge and an auxiliary. Is there anything I could buy here that does auxiliary? Aft, forward, deck, forward, aft. These are all weapons. The yards. Aft. The Hell Thrasher. Cargo security to aft. These are all engines, which is not particularly good for me at the moment. We can buy a lamp that goes to the bridge. Gives us +1 stat. I think the only thing is torpedo nets, yeah. Lamp. There's nothing particularly amazing we can do with that current ship, I don't think. Right, I think for now then, we probably want to do another loop. Get some more supplies, get some more fuels, get some more money under our belt. And then see what we want to do from there, I think. Should I speak to... who should I speak to? What about our chief engineer? He's a good engineer, despite what the missing hand. But Zayla's fall silent when he passes. Ask bluntly about his hook. Seems a bit mean, but... ask the magician how he came to be an engineer. Increase your veils, if we wanted to. With our secrets. Alright, let's ask him how he became an engineer, shall we? After a meal of salt pork and a glass of good Greyfields. He gestures carefully with his hook. This. It makes card tricks difficult. But we know about mechanisms, we magicians. My speciality was mirrors. But there are principles in common. It was a good start. And I found that I needed to go to sea. Why? Because, Captain, someone owes me a hand. Once a friend, now an enemy. I'm looking for a weapon to use against them. If, once we find it, I may have a favour to ask you. Find a serpent image to continue the Genial Magician story. They can often be found in Irem and rarely in Venderblight and other places. Okay? So we have a little quest. Is there anyone else we could do a quest with, potentially? Don't want to do too many at once. What about our first officer? Who looks suspiciously like a vampire. She has a discerning, even irritating habit of answering your questions before you finish speaking. Oh, I can't. I need a searing enigma to even talk to her. She's probably a... honestly, she's a deviless. A gunnery officer. So to do that, we need torpedo components. Or we can improve our irons. I take it wrecks the hull. Okay. Characters with that portrait usually are devils. Yeah, they have that sort of look to them, don't they? The surgeon. We can invite her to dine with us. I guess we should. The cooked flesh arrives still in its shell, from the claws, 8 legs, body and head. She renders a dozen neat, bite-sized piles of shredded flesh, sutured with mushroom, or pinned together with a needle of chitin. Perhaps she has missed her calling as a chef. She denies it. My mother was the child of a surgeon in the first city. You might say that the knife work runs in the family. There's a wicked, quirking smile at the corners of her mouth. There should be any rumours about my father. She would deny there's any truth in those at all. You're learning about the Cladri heir. The quality is now alerted to rumours about her parentage. Okay. Well, that's fine. So we've got a new quest. So we're going to buy some more supplies on. We spent 2, didn't we? Okay. Right. Do a decent chunk of change, but we can go out and about again. Our terror got massively reduced. We got 14 fuel. Alright, let's do our loot. The salt line's probably going to be a bit different. We should probably pay attention to the salt lines. Let's do our loot. Let's go to the Hunter's Keep, Venderblight, Salt Lions, Demew, Pigmote maybe, Carnelian. I don't know about the Grand Geode, the Iron Republic. Let's do that quick loop again, shall we? A profitable loop, exactly. Get a decent chunk of change, get some fuel, and then sort of consider what we want to do, probably. There's possibly better or more useful ways of making money that we can consider. We could buy some supplies from somewhere. Devils and the Mad are the only ones that really smile in the zoo. Don't you dare... Oh. Don't you dare forget me. You stand on the bridge with a likely lass's locket in hand. Throw it away. With enough time and effort, you could break her heart, or she yours. Or keep it. It's a risk for both you. Shorebound lovers grow lonely, and Z captains die young. Let's keep it. The Z air is cold, but the heat of your blood has warmed the metal in the locket. Keep it close. You have a sweetheart in London. Oh, that's cute. Alright. What's the Merchant Venturer? The Hunter's Keep. Tempt the sisters out with news! And let's speak to... We did Phoebe last time. Let's do Lucy. Lucy leaned over and whispers in confidentiality. A complex tale about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. I don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in the attic and the butler in the vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. We gained some supplies, we lost some hunger, we gained a tail, we have Stone's attention, awesome. We gained, and lost 10 terror. Very nice. Thank you, ladies. Should we do a port report? There we go. Get a freebie. Right. Onwards. It's one of the peeps in London. Oh, what, when we've got a, something's awaiting you in London thing? Alright. We're sticking close to bats. Evil batties. Should we murder some batties? They're coming straight for us. No, we got a bit of time. Now. Cool. We can eat if we want to, or we can reduce terror. Let's reduce terror quickly. Yeah, losing 2 terror is not bad for basically 2 seconds work. Oh, we need to find out what he wants. Right, you're right. We can, next time we go to London, we can ask him. Make some dosh. Let's go to Venderblight, though. Where's Venderblight? It's over this side. Check. Oh, goodbye. So we potentially find what our magician is looking for in Venderblight since we're here. Recurring nightmares. You begin to have a dream of a vast eye. It knows you and you cannot escape its gaze. Again and again, you are alone on the wide black sea. The eye is aware. Your nightmare will come upon you from time to time, inspiring terror. Gain restful nights at your lodgings to help you resist it. If you defeat it, you may gain a secret. I love secrets. I definitely think Sunless Sea is the creepiest of the two games in terms of what's going on. But Skies has more of a well, obviously more of like a cosmic nightmare kind of feel to it. Seek Rat. We love Seek Rats. Alright then. Let's do a... Should we do a port report? Oh, we can actually explore Venderblight, can't we? We gained a Tale of Terror. Ooh. Sweet descents draw you into a shop which smells candles. Lilac, lavender, honey. You fall into discussion with the manufacturer with the shopkeeper. Yes, she says, proudly displaying her missing arm. We render ourselves to good end. Oh, don't look like that. Our fats are of finer quality than any other. When we grow tired of our body, down here... Oh, nice. That's delicious. Good stuff. Let's not eat the people here, shall we? Today's ooh, 60 echoes is expensive. We can recruit him for 300 echoes as a cook, but I don't have all the things we need. I'm going to save that for now. Alright. So, we gained the Tale of Terror, which is handy, because we can actually get rid of those at some point. Alrighty, to the Salt Lions. And see what's happened to the Salt Lions after our last visit. Wonderful. Always good when you find yourself dreaming of giant Chthonian eyes. I know, what could possibly go wrong? It's not like... I mean, what are the chances we'll find a giant eye in the middle of the ocean that might look at us? I'm sure it's nothing. Sure, it'll be fine. Casually finding ancient ruins here. Restless nights. Inquire about their dreams the next morning. Nah, we'll just ignore them. Quiet, crew. Sunless. You know, seeing gameplay of this one. Gameplay's really interesting. The gameplay in Sunless is slower than Skies. In Seas rather than Skies. Skies is a lot faster. Overall. But Seas is a slower pace, but I think the map in Seas is more interesting overall because it's one big map. Yes, the entire time I was playing Dredge, I kept thinking I really want to play Sunless Seas again, and that's why I'm streaming it again. Well, I've never streamed this, but that's why I'm playing it again. And honestly, like sometimes it gives me a good excuse to, you know, play something when I stream it. Alrighty, let's sneak into the Zeal port. The Salt Lions, after. The two basalt beach cathedral sides, they frown eternally at each other from black waves. The north one carries the remnants of an encampment, fraying and tattered in the wind. A supply dock stands empty below. Looks like everyone's gone. Even time has halted here. Who comes to survey the ruins? You pick over the encampment. Nothing. A steady breeze flows from the north, ozone and ice. The false stars prickle above. The Salt Lions wait for their end. Salt Lions all gone now. No more free money for us. Alright, let's head down to Demu Island then. This game has more of a survival roguelite stuff. Yes, I think Skies was kind of, in a way, easier. Because combat in Skies is easier. There's also easier routes initially in Skies, I think, to get better money early on and stuff. You haven't seen this played in a while. Yeah, like it's I don't know. Is it a fairly big Twitch category for Sunless? I'm not quite sure. I've never actually looked myself. Well, it's not too far to Demu. Yes, the game does the ability to pass items to future characters. Yeah. We're gonna get bummed at some point, and at that point we're gonna have to sort something out. Ideally, we set up something for our descendant, but you know, have to see. Skies are more accessible. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I see you, Cheshire. Keep telling yourself you start streaming, but I've yet to do the fact you're self-conscious and can't figure out how to tab different windows without minimizing the game. Two monitors is the secret. That's the real secret. Dual screen that sucker. Yeah, maybe Skies feels easier because I played Sea first, and therefore I had some of that knowledge to go through. Looks like we got a pyrite. Oh good, okay, we're gonna have to go for them. Okay. I should be behind them, yeah. Should be able to jump up. Get a shot on the neck. Loot and Scholar, and this time we gain... Prisoner's Honey. Oh! Oh good. This is what they call Prisoner's Honey. Honey, wrung by the lamplighter beads from the Exile's Rose. I wonder who made up all these names, remarks the able seaman Cargrit. Someone who has read a sight too many books, I'm thinking. Is it the red honey I'm thinking of, or is it the Prisoner's Honey? I forget. Anyway, let's go back.
Lewd.
Have we found the apes yet? No, not this time. Well, this is our map currently. So we've basically kept close to London, except I had to go find the shell in it. In which case we got lucky and found the Khan's Heart at the same time. So we've obviously got a fair whack to explore. I'm assuming King Eaters is down here somewhere. We've obviously got the Avid Horizon, Adam's Way. Something is over here as well, isn't it? So, yeah. I always find Adam's Way kind of creepy. Like, it's just something disturbing about the idea. Alrighty. So, let's have tea with the Factor again. He's always pretty game, isn't he, the Factor, to have tea with us. It's nice. Thanks, dude. We'll get a port report. Gather supplies. Yeah, fuck it. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. We were fortunate. We gained 1 supply and gained 2 terror. That's fine. Cool. Alright. I mean, that saves us, you know, 40 echoes worth. It's not bad. Let's go see Pigmo Isle and see how that's getting on. Hey, Contio! Early money grind is necessary and not that fun. Yeah, the early money grind in this is a lot tougher, I think, than... I think it's a lot tougher than Skies. I thought it was red honey from Skies. Maybe that's what I was thinking of, the red honey. Thank you, by the way, Flame Dad. Sorry, that was very rude of me. Thank you very much for the resub. That was very kind of you. We haven't seen the sun yet. No, we actually could, to be fair. Oh, I know why we didn't do that. Because last time there was some fucking shit. Last time there was some dreadnoughts down there that was a bit problematic. I was avoiding them. The sun. That's also really creepy, the Dawn Machine. But that had a nice payoff in Skies as well. We were planning on being a cargo ship. Yeah, I can't remember why I stopped streaming Skies in the end. I think we did quite a lot of streams of Skies, didn't we? And after about 30 hours, I think it was quite a bit. You don't expect any thanks? Oh, I should absolutely give you thanks at the very least. You're giving me your one and only Prime, which is very lovely of you. I'm glad you enjoyed the content, though, Flame Dance. Honestly, that's what it's here for. Right before going to the Blue Haven, it was the Blue Kingdoms. The Blue Kingdoms. Yeah, it's because the Blue Kingdoms fucking suck, and it's a pain. I think I wonder if I sort of put myself off of it when I was thinking about it. Red honey and prison honey are basically opium, yeah, they're dubious. Not really that necessary, you can find a lot done by focusing on finding ports and taking more risks. That's also true. The rise of Pigmo Isle. Hey, Marina! Oh, there's some stuff going on. The Nice's most adorable nation scurries around your legs. Skin-to-lack harvesters drag heavy bags of the island's bounty to their silos. Industrious rodents work hard on their towering edifices. Some of them almost neck-high. London will never believe a bloody word of this. Oh, they got a dilemma going on. Hairless advisor, you return to us. Praise the tide. We need your wisdom once again. We can visit the ghetto for the KVs. Let's get a port report, though. What else can we do? Steal the rat star! That's a bit mean. Right, let's help them solve a dilemma, shall we? An aide runs over and asks about the advising. The aide hurries to you in the depths of the chicken woods, where the woods are particularly dark and foreboding. It wrings its paws. Hairless advisor, we'd hoped never to ask you this, but we swore to stand on our own paws, but our supplies are running short. We desperately need your help and your discretion. 5 supplies, what the fuck? Eleuthia is really cruel, yeah. Eleuthia's got some really interesting monsters there. Eleuthia's got like the remnants of what the bizarre creatures are, right? The giant bat-like creatures. Yeah, it's a lot of fun for me to explore and experiment with this stuff, I think. Is 5 a lot? Well, I've only got 7 altogether. I could possibly limp along. I might have to suddenly zip back. Should we do it? I don't want to break the ratty's hearts. Fuck, sure. The aide meets you your ship with a pair of trusted assistants. None are used to the manual labour, can barely pull the small, heavily loaded cart. They squeak first in appreciation, then with exhaustion as they slowly drag it. We gained some spirit. We resolved the dilemma. We gained some fragments. We lost 5 supplies. Well, since there's no shops here, this is going to be a problem. I don't know if I want to visit the KV Ghetto. Let's have a look. The survivors of the war had been sent to the swamp, where they pondered their failure. Rat guards patrol from atop a spiked wall, passing time by pelting the mud-slicked guinea pigs with sharp rocks. Smuggle food into the ghetto. Nah, we can stop for now. Alright. Carnelian's got supplies, I want to say. I believe Carnelian's got supplies. Nauticrawl? What's Nauticrawl? They do, I thought so. Right, let's get down there then. We've only just eaten, so we should be okay. It's just quite expensive, unfortunately. But hey. It might pay off in the future. Bats and bugs? Oh, interesting, okay. That sounds kind of cool. I've been enjoying... Oh, speaking of ratties. Well, that's the last thing we need to do. This is going to be a rough, expensive fight. I don't think they've got any rear weapons. They don't, so we're just going to stay behind them. We'll be able to kill them, but we're going to waste time. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. We're going to get shot for it. Nope, they turned. Okay. I can always eat someone if need be. Could be worse. One more. The ship's quite maneuverable. There we go. The ship is yours. What we do there? She's a vile old vessel and the Z's aren't safe. Scuttle it. And what do we get for our trouble? Spider silk. Cool. That's 50 echoes, I think. Yeah, Ozarus. You put on your workout shoes and a spider popped out. Did you say hello to it? Spiders are our friends. What's our terror at? 42. Fine. Anything sub 50 is perfectly adequate anyway, so... Whee! We haven't visited any of the, like, what I'd call exceptionally creepy places yet. We've seen a couple of, like, unsettling places, but there's stuff like the Avid Horizon, which is nasty. I want to say the Cathedral of Lights is a place. If you enjoy spiders, you're gonna have a great time there. There's some really spooky eldritch locations. Terror is like a sanity thing, yeah, I guess. Oh, tarantulas are really cool. I haven't held one in years, though. My friend had one. It was really chill. It was a Chilean rose, I think it was. Which I believe is like the bog standard tarantula people get, but it was very friendly. Yeah, same. I've been really nice that they did a time with Skies, but... I kind of feel that Skies kind of got, like, abandoned a bit. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the right word. Funny enough, when I streamed Skies the first time, we had one of the lead writers pop into the stream. Somebody gifted them a sub, and they were like, "What's all this loot shit?" I was like, "Nice." Where's the port here? Straight down, straight down. We made it pretty cleanly. Port Carillion. The Submariner, that's the... I bet that's quite expensive to sort. Anyway. Oh, the tea shop. Yeah, let's do that. Again, I'm only reading things we haven't read before, folks, so if you're wondering why I skipped some stuff, then that's the reason. Talk to the tiger to get a port report, right? We did that last time. So let's talk to the Heartcross House. The governor is very, very busy. An attaché offers you a bowl of sugared puffballs and explains what the governor does among the natives. Gotta keep them happy. What? I mean, after all, they are tigers. Pan for sapphires? 50-50. Nah. We're getting the Tail of Terror, though. Oh, we did this before as well. We tried and then got ambushed by tigers. Rip. Alright. Supplies here are actually not too expensive. Which is kind of interesting. I wonder if I could buy... I can only buy one? Oh no, I can buy... I wonder if we could buy sapphires. I should get a notebook, really. And see what things are worth... What things are worth it. There we are. Back to 7. I assume I can sell sapphires at London. I assume you can also buy coffee. Sapphire's probably not worth it with the current ship. What do you reckon about coffee? Because I know you can sell coffee somewhere, can't you? Oh, what's that? I've been gifted something. What have I been gifted? My Steam just pipped. Oh, Nauticrawl. It's not long. You'll probably die at least once. Bit of puzzle stuff. You have to learn and transfer. Oh, thank you, dude. Oh, that's very cool. Thank you. I look forward to giving that a punt. Thank you kindly. I believe coffee is still London style. We could buy some coffee just to spend our money. I don't know if we actually gain anything. I should have written it down how much like coffee sort of sells for. For the sake of my sanity, a second. So dark drop coffee beans. I know you can sell coffee from the surface. I don't know about this one. Let's have a look. Mushroom wine. Mushroom wine seems a bit dodgy. I haven't found Irem yet, actually. I'm not sure where, we can sell coffee in London. Yeah, it is actually safe to sell. I wasn't checking anything else except if we could. I think we can. So we could actually buy a load if we wanted to. We wouldn't make a huge amount, but we could actually just pop over. So we can buy them for 38. I need to write this down. Hold on, where's a notepad? If we're going to do this properly, we're going to do it properly. Right. So, where are we? This is carnelian. And coffee is 38 per. I'm going to write my notes up properly. I used to have an actual notepad I could scribble things on, but here we go. Sapphires are 86. Okay, so let's test this. Let's buy a load of coffee and see how much we can make on these then. Let's fill our hold with them. There we go. Right. Chug, 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 chug. So what we can do then, we can go to the Grand Geode last time wrecked my Terra, but we could risk it. We could risk it and get a port report, which we probably should. We might have just been unlucky last time. Some googly-eyed fuck over there. What do you want? Twat? Don't you look at me. Don't you look at me! Don't you dare. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, nice. Yeah, we want to go... Next time we come down here, we actually could probably explore a little bit more this way as well. Okay. The pterosaur appears once. Oh, we just got lucky. We got blessed. Because I got rid of my stupid yearnings as well. Of course, we got the bottom left, which is the goddamn Dawn Machine. But, I kind of want a ship that might be able to take a bit more punishment before we get to the Dawn Machine. Preferably one that won't get, like, 3-shot by fucking super bastards. I don't want no turbo cunts to come over me when they're super shiny ship to, like, give me some crap, you know? The Grand Geode. Chuck, 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 chuck. Man, I wonder when that Elden Ring DLC comes out, I'm gonna get really back into it, I think. The Grand Geode. We want to compile a port report here. The Marines are watching. Alright, we didn't get screwed this time. Restless Nights, we'll ignore them for losing 1 Terror. Alright. We can speak to them. I don't think we can do that, can we, again? Oh, this time we can. Okay. This is different this time. The Commodore may be able to give you a few minutes. The Commodore shakes your hand warmly. He's a handsome, open-faced fellow in an immaculate navy uniform. His office is equally handsome. It overlooks the glittering interior crystal cliff. It must be as well lit as any study underneath. He deflects questions about the purpose of this installation. Classified, you know. But smiling offers you some tea, biscuits, and mineralogical anecdotes. The biscuits are good, but the anecdotes rather blend one into the next. You suddenly find yourself nodding, and then jerk, suddenly awake. The Commodore is smiling. Your cup is empty. You feel well. Very well. A little euphoric, even. Come back soon, he says softly. Oh, shit! We got some yearning again. We gained some resistant shore, and we lost 5 Terror, which is kind of nice. Alright, let's just leave before these guys get the idea. The sun, the sun, the sun. I look forward to you guys seeing the Dawn Machine. I think it's actually quite an impressive looking thing. Alright, so we got to the Iron Republic. We can actually stock up on fuel there as well if we want to, because it's quite cheap. Cheap, 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 cheap. Assuming we don't explode or, you know, anything other weird piss that goes on. I was trying to think of, like, what are the biggest noob traps of these, of both seas and skies. I think with seas, it's probably the light. Like, having the light on at all times. Because that just eats your fuel like fucking nobody's business. I think with skies, it's probably over-exploring the first area a little bit. I think it's probably skies' problem. Sizzling vapors rise from the sea. Time slips sideways. A coil of rope has strung a stoker, and his fellows beat it to death. We are under the hand of the Iron Republic. Oh, the chat's just snuffed it. Sorry, I can't see anyone chatting. That's unusual. I wonder if Twitch has died. Or is it just... Welcome back to the chat room, yay. Sorry, if anyone was chatting in the last, minute, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything after Noble. The Iron Republic. There we go. Twitch be twitchy, agreed. Alright, let's get ourselves, as always. Does any shore leave this badly? Not here, probably. This will increase your terror, and probably something else horrible will happen. The Market of Hungers. We'll compile a port report quickly. Wow, we lost stats for that. To record the Republic's event, it's like trying to sing wax or believe water. You do what you can. The third paragraph buds eyes. The date is fundamentally wrong. The full stops bite. You do what you can. So we lost pages, but we gained a Tale of Terror, a Memory Distant Shores, and a port report. We didn't have a Vacation in Hell. It's risky. The Dawn Machine looks cool underwater. Oh shit! You can see it underwater as well. Now that's gonna be fun. You're massively ahead of me, Fiki. I'm still on Living Story 4 episode 1. I have to make some fucking grog or something. Alright, let's go to the market flyers. What have we got this time? Very, very cheap fuel. Yay. So we'll grab some cheap fuel. You can sell skin tags here as well, which is kind of nice. Alright. Well, losing some stats wasn't ideal, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, thank you, Noble. Thank you for the biddies, dude. Oh shit, that's Cthulhu! Why not both? Why not both? Right, we'll go to the canal, because it's right there. I'm surprised we get Terror going past the Iron Republic. Yeah, I guess it's because it's weird. It's quite well lit, though. It's Noble's VTuber playlist. It's nothing but lewds! Oh, where are we? Okay, a little bit further up. When, Virai, in your opinion, when should I start to think about going, to get the Submariner stuff? Or submarine stuff, I wonder? You're way more conservative on fuel than me and Froggy. I don't know, I normally feel that I can deal with Terror more easily than I can deal with, the fuel early game. Got a hoard. Yeah, I gotta use those elixirs. I can't use them. I might need them later, you know? At the end of the game. For the final boss. We do not want to go to the surface. Surface is a scary place. If I remember right, you can actually get these boxes. You can take these mirror catching boxes or light catching boxes. When you go to the surface, you can basically hoard real sunlight and bring them back down and then sell them.
Lewd.
This one's for Sunless Skies. Oh, thank you, Noble. We'll get a port report quickly. Surface gossip. A vision of the surface. Thank you very much for the biddies again, dude. Thank you. Bitterfrost is a good map for gold farming. The easiest way to a couple of standard trinkets. Oh, really? I need to have a look at that, actually. Yeah, you did actually mention Bitterfrost. I wonder which zone that is. I don't think I've been there yet. Start the Zub quest now. So next time I go to Carnelian and do it. Is it quite expensive? Yeah, the mirror boxes were great money makers, but yeah, I think when I did that once, I accidentally deaded myself with them. This would be a prime spot for a pub or a wine shop, but the interests of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition. Still, there are temporary half-legal hostelries in long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with sun-tanned surface sailors, stories of Paris and Batavia, the lost fires and the final ires. Expensive first place, though. Alright. Chug, chug, chug. Chug, 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 chug. The one thing I kind of wish you could do when you visit the surface, I kind of wish that I had like a proper map. And you actually drove up the canal itself and out into the surface, albeit briefly. It'd be fun to it would have been fun to do, I think. You said the rare. I've been salvaging it all recently. The rare unidentified armor. I wonder if I should just flog it at this point. Service could have been another little DLC. Yeah. Again, I kind of feel that they left Skies and Seas quite early on in things they could have done with this. I feel there's so much potential in this universe, especially with these games. Again, there's nothing against the fact they're making a dating sim. I really hope it does very well. I hope they sell lots and lots and lots and lots of copies of it. I really do. But I also hope that after that they maybe consider getting back to a third game like this. I think that would be really cool. Quaker's Haven on Mutton Island. Let's get ourselves a port report. Yay. Drink to the Cock and Magpie. Now, we're actually kind of broke. Visit the hilltop on the town. You stand on the cliff top looking at over... Oh, we did this before, didn't we? We gained our terror. We did that before and gained terror. That was dumb. Alright, never mind. Alright, so we can just go back into London. So we did this entire loot, didn't we? We've done everything, right? I think, this time round. So this should be our final part. Visual novel. I thought it's a romantic visual novel, right? It's a dating sim, isn't it? Like a dating sim visual novel? What company made this game? Fail better. Killer crabs under the sea. Fucking crabs. Alright. Red gear has a small chance of giving you exotic. Is that when you salvage it, right? That's what I've been doing. Chuck. Alright, we made it back. Decent amount of terror, but we should be fine. Good little trip. We can sell all our coffee, gain a bit of money, and gain a load of fuel and supplies for whatever next run we want to do. Which I guess would probably be the going to Carnelian, probably. Bonk. Alright. The revenue men. Yeah, go for it. I got nothing to declare. Fuck off. Alright. Our terror's gone down. Our nightmare strength has increased. So we actually do need to sleep, don't we? With our message from the Harbour Master. We'll go to our lodgings. Read our morning paper. Gain some supplies. Oh, we should sell before we do anything, actually. Shops. Who's going to buy our coffee? Oh, that's not bad, actually. Let's see. I wrote it down, didn't I? So, we can buy it for 38. And London is 44. I mean, not a huge amount, but hey. Every little counts. We gained a bit of Dosh. We gained 6 per, and we had like, you know, so we gained like 120. It's not bad. Not bad. Their story writers first, game dev second. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of stuff they enjoy. Again, nothing wrong with it at all. Not my overall cup of tea normally. Oh yeah, we can sell the prisoner's honey, and the spider silk. Oh, that wasn't bad amount. Not a bad amount of money, that actually. Right. In that case, let's go and sell our port reports quickly. Right, I don't think we've got any new ones. We'll do the Hunter's Keep one. Vanderblight. The Canal. Pigmote. The Iron Republic. Port Carnelian. The Grand Geode. The Salt Lions, which is nothing there anymore, but you know. Quaker's Haven. Demure Island. There we go. So we gained, again, another 150 or so just from port reports. We gained fuel. 17 fuel. I mean, the fuel alone is worth its weight in, well, fuel. What's the venture looking for? We'll actually have a look. Let me just go back to my lodgings and get rid of my nightmare, preferably. I lost my menacing. There we go. Got rid of that at least. Got rid of Vonterra. Alright, nice. Okay. The Venturous Desire, he needs 21 bolts of spider silk from Saviour's Rocks far to the east, or in the Carnet, near the Z's Heart. Or Mount Palmerston, north of the Unterzoo, for some Zoop. Zoop is the easier one by far. So Mount Palmerston in the north. So I guess we can go up north and look for that. And see if we can get anything at Mount Palmerston. What's in the Roses Wharf anyway? Anything interesting? Nah. Anything in London? We can reduce our terror again. A Marvellous Night Out, Sea Shanties, and something more. Loss of terror, lost 30 echoes, but it's fine. Recent news. We can go see the Likely Lass. Don't think I came down to the docks just to see you. I got business here, but alright. It did cross my mind that you might drop by. A few hours together, shared warmth, new memories. It's hard to say goodbye at this time. And something new has occurred. Naughty. Alright. So we probably want to buy some more supplies. There we go. We've got 9 supplies with 17 fuel. That's probably not a bad amount. So if we're going to go to the north of the sea, Mount Parmesan, we're probably looking up around here, I guess. Realistically. So let's punt over and have a look. Let's see what we can find. An unexpected letter. Who sent it and what does it say? You. When I next return to London, I will bring an additional recruit, your child. Oh, we pregnant? Your sweetheart. A surprise for you on your next return to London. I've taken in a foundling. Return to London as soon as you're able, your sweetheart says. You're a father. Am I pregnant? I guess I can be pregnant. El Gigante. Alright. I feel that being pregnant in the Untersee while we're sailing around could be a bit risky. They grow up so fast. We're Pegnat. Alright, we'll be Pegnat, why not? Your infant is born at sea. You take to your cabin for a much shorter period than the ship's doctor would like. You're walking long before you should. You have a ship to run. You have a child. Look after them, and they may become a scion, allowing you to take 2 legacies. Yay. We're Pegnat, but you know, I guess I'll just chill out in the sea. It's just as well we're not going up near the anywhere awful like the Avid Horizon with a fucking child on board. But you know, all right. As usual, we should go to Hunter's Keep, I guess. Chuck. We can make them climb up the narrow pipes like a chimney sweep. I mean, that's the very least we could do. Maximum north. I guess we just go to the top and look around that way. Hunter's Keep. We have news for the sisters. Alright, we'll talk to Lucy again, because Lucy seems to give us a lot less terror, which is kind of nice. And we lose all that hunger as well. Alright. Okay, so we want to... I guess we'll go past Venderblight, then further north. So we might as well get Venderblight's port report while we're there. Oh shit, did I get a port report here? I don't think I did. It'd be stupid not to. The Saboteur, the Rockstar game from years ago. The one that sold the Boobies DLC. I remember the Boobies DLC. There we go. You had to get your pre-order titties, otherwise you couldn't get them. I think it was the Saboteur that did the pre-order titties. There's some Zubats over there. The Zubats are getting suspiciously close. Fine. Alright. We're gonna take a hit here probably, unless I can sneak past. Thanks for the 4 damage, you shitbag. What we got this time? 5 supplies? Fuck me. Well, that was good. Goddamn. Alright, well. You know what? I'll take 4 damage for 5 supplies, thanks. Well, that's gonna see us well, I think. In which case, I might leave the lamplight running a little bit. Could use one as a repair. Does that use supplies? Stop that. Alright. Nice. Venderblight. So let's explore Venderblight until we get this time. Oh, the Raggedy Fellow. Wait, didn't I already got one of these guys? Already got a raggedy fellow. You're no true captain to abandon a Zeman, so I wouldn't want to take a berth in your ship if you're the last one out of Irem. You hear me? I'd rather eat cave slime. Alright, mate, chill out. You just came up and ran up to me, dude. It's just, you know, it's not very cricket, is it? Sell a vision of the surface. Sure, that's a good idea. Sell memories of distant shores. That's just not bad. Alright. A gothic horror Otome game. Interesting. Kickstarter can be like a real haven for interesting little games. Out of all the Kickstarter games, I reckon I've had like 20% being duds, with the rest being decent, and that's not bad odds, all things considered. Alright, we're just going north and then running up along the top, I guess, and hope we don't get horribly bummed by nightmare islands with angry teeth. I might run with the light on for a little bit. I've got quite a bit of fuel. Whee! Codex is some mission, Alright. Let's go have a look, shall we? It's quite bright here. Oh boy, steady. Woo. On the horizon, a sickly yellow light glimmers for a moment, and then fades. I'm looking forward to seeing what a lot of these places look like underwater. Because I imagine that on the surface they're quite creepy. I imagine underwater even worse so. The Isle of Codex, a desperate desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. The only thing we do is compile a port report. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some of them will be willing to communicate, but their gestures are unfamiliar, their meanings unclear. Even when you can understand, these are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock. Well, it's better than nothing, isn't it? Buy fuel here. Interesting. Oh. Are we in a huge cave then? Essentially, yes. But, like, an unfathomably large cave. Like, the Neath is just... I don't know, it's like... I don't know how big the Neath is, really. Like, in terms of how big the actual cave is. A small country? This must be Void's approach. The air crackles with frosty radiation. To the north, the false stars fail into darkness. The Chapel of Lights is some just... Oh dear. Oh good! Let's hope we don't run into anything unpleasant and die. The Chapel of Lights is here. So we're on the way of Mount Parmesan. I wonder if it's like here-ish. Azalea is praying. Yeah, me too in a second. If we're really unlucky, we'll probably die around here. We'll see how we get on. The Chapel of Lights. Do you hear music? Furtive faithful gather in the shadows between the many, many candles. A bell tolls in the chapel tower. Cracked iron laughter. Beware, the isle is full of voices. We can gather intelligence, so we get a port report. A smiling priest in a red cassock tends the chapel. The congregation are shy of light. They come and go in little ships, and it's strangely difficult to count them. Perhaps some of them are imaginary. Still, you know the name of a ship or two. The Neath is infinite, isn't it? I think so, yeah. I think that's the implication, right? So I know that Adam's Way continues to the Elder Continent, which is like an entire another country that no one can go there unless you're born there or something, right? Or something. Of course, you've got the Avid Horizon up to the north. Attend a chapel. The surface of the chapel. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's keep going. It's quite dark around here. No long pig for me, yeah. The Avid Horizon. Well, speaking of. Of course, you can see the Avid Horizon also in Sunless Skies. And it's just as weird looking, but on the other side. Kitty! Please pet your cat for me. An underground doorway to not space, but space, yeah. To the skies. Two vast winged shapes guard a gate of something like resin, smooth but uneven. It's a deep gant, the colour that remains when all other colours have been eaten. Ice crusts over the crack between its valves. Approach and your breath freezes, falls tinkly in the shards in the air. It'd be utterly foolish to touch the thing. A merciless wind blows from everywhere to everywhere to everywhere. It passes without effort through the bridge coat, your flesh, your lungs. The dock lies empty. Open the high gate. That seems like a good idea. Explore along the shoreline. What can we find on this bleak beach? Look into the stars. Ugh. Gather intelligence. Get a port report. The stillness in itself is of interest to the Admiralty. It's not impossible for someone foolish might attempt to open the gate. It's not inconceivable that it might open from the other side. And what then? Then the skies, of course. Your journey may have attracted the attempt of a certain Crimson patron. Return your port report to the Admiralty in London to unlock a new story. You heard a story. The ice by the gate's edge. There was a whisper about a hunting quest and a final revenge. And gain some Let's look along the beach, shall we? Eek! An abandoned expedition. Beginner's luck. Once per game, something pleasant will happen. A rag tent flaps in the freezing wind. Ice-encrusted bones lie tumbled at the flap. Someone came here to be forgotten. You gained an outlandish artifact. Well, that's nice. You gained terror. Yeah. 3 supplies. We have an empty mirror catch box. Interesting. An eyeless skull. Ugh. Thick plates of bone are developed over the orbits, as if to hide or protect them. They're smooth and cold to the touch. Irigo light glimmers in the light of the jaw. Yay. There's no shops at the Avid Horizon. Of course, in the Sky's End, there is in fact a shop. Hail Seatan. Delicious Seatan. It'd probably be best to stop here, actually. Oh, I don't make a manual save in this story. We're rolling on permadeath mode. Sorry, Kane. It develops eyes on the inside. That's what makes this kind of game, in a way, kind of creepy. It's that very slow burn, isn't it? It's a more slow burn, kind of creepy than a traditional horror game. And of course, there's a lot of the creepy comes from the reading, just like with Skies, which again is a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll raid Ollie. We'll raid Ollie. So I hope everyone's enjoying some more Sunless Seas. I have been thoroughly enjoying myself playing this again. It has been a very long time since I last played, and it's been nice to. It's been very, very nice to play this again. Creepy. We like us a bit creepy, don't we? So good night, everyone. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you had a lovely stream, and I'll see you all again. Well, next time, probably tomorrow for some Sherlock Shlomes. I'm glad, Axford. I'm glad. That's. I mean, I'm not that I'm an expert on this or anything, but hopefully it helps you along a bit. Did I play Resi 2 Remakes Leon Story? I did. A long time ago now, but yes. Good night all. Take care. We shall raid.